Hi folks, welcome to the Mayor's Desk following our May Council meeting, and boy, was it a big agenda, a late night, a lot of business transacted, far too much to go into here. So I do encourage you to go to the Council website, flick through the agenda, find out all the business that happened and particularly what interests you. One of the things I really enjoy highlighting when it is in the report is the March quarter on what we call local purchases, and that's the number of purchase orders for goods, works or services that Council puts out in a quarter. 896 purchase orders. The beauty of what I like to tell you is that 620 of those, that's around 70%, were for local suppliers. The local spend was almost $1.5 million. The non-local spend was around the $900,000 mark. And that's always for services, tenders and the likes that aren't necessarily available in Whyalla. So that is a really great balance and going into our economy. Remember back at Easter, we had the Easter markets, and Council for the very first time had what we called a listening post down there where we invited members of the public, you out there, to come and ask any questions about elected members. Fantastic response. All those questions and comments went back to our administration, and in the agenda there is a report about answers, also actions that were taken. So if you asked one of those questions and we're expecting a reply, you would have had the reply, and now you can read it in print as well. I do commend our administration for putting in a great amount of extra time to ensure that all the questions were answered. So that's in the agenda. Some good news, yes, some really good news these days about what is happening in Whyalla, and that is about our planning and building development. Now, it certainly appears the good news story about how Whyalla is developing and the future based on hydrogen is certainly taking the world by storm. We all know that the hydrogen jobs plan is on the way, and in fact there is consultation underway at the moment to get your views on a proposed accommodation village. Also in our report, if you go into that agenda, you can see information. And this is really showing things are happening that haven't been happening for quite a while. Discovery Parks, they've received planning consent for 32 new accommodation units down at the Foreshore. The Comfort Inn Group, that's the Alexander Motel, they've lodged for 40 new cabins behind their existing premises. Sunrise Christian School, they've lodged for a new school building and a new early learning centre. And our planning staff, they've been meeting with a local hotelier discussing about a new proposed 100-bed accommodation development. And I'm sure as you drive around Whyalla now, you will see other building activity going on. So really good things coming up. Our city infrastructure, got a monthly report, shows you what they've been doing in Whyalla. Far too much again to mention here, but just to give you an idea, that report covers such things as open spaces, vandalism, public toilets, medium and verge maintenance, playgrounds, weed control, tree maintenance, oval, cemetery, waste education, and the proverbial much, much more. So a lot of information there. Go to the website and you can have a look at all of that. Unfortunately, we do have some bad news, disappointing news if you haven't already heard. Unfortunately, Whyalla missed out on the federal funding for our Foreshore, their first stage for the Community Plaza and Water Play project. I really do commend, I know how much effort and work went into the submission by the team here at Council. I commend them. I know they're exceptionally disappointed, but they've already started looking at other funding opportunities. We go back to square one a bit now to see how we can fund what you, the community, want. I again reiterate, the community plan, the water play area wasn't just a bright idea of Council's, it was the communities, it was your plan. So we will certainly be looking at how we can move forward now after that little bit of a hiccup. But we will certainly keep you in the picture and we will keep you informed. Also, in closing, it's National Volunteers Week. A shout out, a real serious shout out, genuinely, from all of us here. We've recognised our own volunteers at Council this week, but so many volunteers. Whyalla is the richer for volunteers that operate so many services, so many organisations in our city. They're only there because of volunteers. So if you're a volunteer, no matter what you're doing, you should be proud of yourself, and certainly the city should be very thankful for your service. I'm obviously way over time, so until next time, cheers and enjoy National Volunteers Week. Bye.